Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good evening. Sean X coming at you here. Little look at lines for Monday, May 27th. This episode, when I load it up in the podcast form, will be episode 777. That's it. That's what, listen, a lot more than that. But for Believe, who got me iHeartRadio and all those things, we are at 777 for this episode. Anyway, I'm Mr. Sean Higgs on the X YouTube channel is Winning Free Picks. Sean Higgs, come say hello, follow, like, subscribe, support the show. We got a poll up on both channels. Vote in it. Mavericks getting a job done. Not really shocked. I told you the Luka-Kyrie combo is pretty decent. Did have the over on the site. Another win there. That's 43-33 with NBA for the season. I think that's about 56-57%. I'll take it. First half, first quarter bettors on Minnesota. Again, you're down 0-2. You have to win. Doesn't mean you get there. It is what it is. Hockey. That's why I avoided. Said, maybe an under, maybe a Panther puck line. Yeah, 5-4 Rangers OT. That's how you go 3-11 in your totals in playoff hockey. Staying away. Baseball, on the site, winner under Yanks. I gotta say, I'm having a nice run. 24-13. That's 65% this week. Monday to Sunday with MLB. I'll take it. And that's I put up a package on the sites for tomorrow, right? And I'm like, hey, nice little run. That's with average odds for the entire season of, what are we? 151 and 139. All right, 290 games, average odds of plus 103, and we're up over $1,300. Oh, not a bad run. Today, we had early morning money. MLB Free Picks, I said, there's 9 games I want to work with, right? We'll start, I still have them all written down here. Dodgers versus Reds. I said, hey, Dodgers lost 4 in a row. No way they could lose again, right? How's that going to happen? Dodgers can't lose again. Well, they did. Plus 180 on Cincy at home. Baltimore. They were minus 155 on the road. Winners of 3 straight. Sox have dropped 4 in a row. So that'd be a run line game. That's a winner. Minus 110. Minnesota. Big home fave, 155 again. Run line game. You would have lost that one. That would have been a loser. Texas. Right? The Natties as a home dog today would have been a loser. The San Fran game, I said, whoa. They are favored on the road, but this is a spot we don't want to play them. You want to go kind of opposite thinking there. Sure enough, they lost. Kansas City, another one. 8 in a row. And this was a toss-up game, which is why we didn't play it. I was like, they went from a little fave to a dog. Winners of 8 straight, Tampa losing 6 in a row. Stay away. Weird-looking line. Tampa Bay winner. The Yankee game. Got to take the Yanks, right? Oh, Yanks. It's Musgrove. I said the guy's fits terribly. Don't do it. Yankees lose. Another weird line was the Cleveland versus Angels, although that didn't make a difference. Cleveland did win. And St. Louis on the way to a win tonight over the Cubbies. Did have the under in this game with Detroit Lenny on the PNP channel. Anyway, let's see. I hit the like button, hit the poll button there. There you go. Look at that handsome fella. Nick Candy's in the house. Stop, Gio. Good evening. Good luck to your rolling Natalia weekend. I'm trying. One day at a time, Gio. As much as we're on race run, I'll pat myself a little bit, say I'll take it, but yeah. Let's do a little Marcos Minute here on a Sunday night. So NBA tomorrow. We have the Pacers against 7.5. First two games, I was like, give me the Pacers. Had the overs. Really, you only want to come in on the over here. I don't want to do anything else. I haven't bet this game. The Celtics fans don't want to hear this. Yeah, be the Heat team missing Jimmy Butler. You'd be the Cavs team with no Mitchell, and even Jared Allen was out. Here come the Pacers, a bad defensive bunch as it is, and they lose Halliburton. And now you're going to go up against Luka and Kyrie, it looks like. I was going to take the Timberwolves over Boston anyway. I'm definitely going to be taking Dallas over Boston. Team total over for Boston here for my guy, Marcos, Mr. Nika in Canada. On the ice tomorrow. Give me the Stars. Stars guy. MLB rundown. We got the O's back home after a road trip. Again, I don't like really playing these kind of spots here. Boston's got a win under their belt. They hit lefties respectably around 245, 250 clip in there. But, if 150, no, you want to do a run line on Baltimore? Plus 135, sure. I can do a little run line. Why do I sound like I have a little echo? Is that a little scratchiness? What is going on? It's my, anyway, who knows? KC in Minnesota. This is all KC to me. Now, normally I don't like taking the team that's just had a win streak broken. But we got two teams here kind of had win streaks broken. And maybe I'm a little biased towards my Royals team total over. But you're going to give a plus 140 here? I think it's worth a shot. Trying on the White Sox. What's there to say? Toronto dropped 3 in a row. 14-11 today. And the White Sox. I almost want to take the White Sox here. Believe it or not. I can't. I definitely don't want to lay this kind of number with Toronto. You want to lay $2 with Toronto? No, thank you. It'll be a Milwaukee play for me. It looks like the Cubbies lose tonight, right? Cubbies still down. Let me pull up a quick refresh. So they're threatening here. We'll see. Late game. Possible another loss. Give me Milwaukee at home here. Give me Milwaukee. Cleveland and Colorado. Now, we got a 9-game win streak for Cleveland. You're in Colorado. Should be easy money. Do I want to lay 145 here? I mean, it's a bullpen game. Xavier Curry is a 1-2 inning guy. And Gomber at home has not been bad. I went over his numbers earlier. Besides the fact they're 11-13 at home. They are 13-11 in one-run games, which, hey, that tells me they put up a little bit of a fight. I can't say take Colorado, but I don't want to take Cleveland here. I wish we were getting more than a 120 spot because I'd be on Colorado here. If this was like in a 140 range, even no 130s. Not enough at the 123, 125 piece. Here's one with the Mets and the Dodgers. I'm going to go against my usual thinking here. Dodgers dropped 5 in a row. Mets pulled one out today, breaking their losing streak. But Gavin Stone has been pretty good in his starts. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to lay 150. I mean, run line's around 120. Like I could see that better than. And again, when I come to winning and losing streaks, when they get a little too high, a lot Cleveland is right now. Dodgers at 5. This isn't crazy. Teams lose 5 games and win 5 games. Sometimes you just got to roll with, like, I hate to say like your gut, but just who's on the mound for either team, a situation of a spot, like the Cleveland game, like you're in Colorado with a bullpen game. Doesn't look like a good spot for Cleveland there. St. Louis and the Reds. St. Louis holds on. We have 2 teams on hot little streaks. Obviously, it's like you fade the rivalry game on a Sunday night, right? You don't take the Cubs, take the Brewers, you don't take St. Louis, you don't take the Reds. Reds are a little fave. I don't hate it. Haven't put the trigger on it, but I would lead to them here at home. And it's Lance Lynn. You know I don't love him. Natties and the Braves. Boy, how about Acuna going down again? Another ACL, this guy. If I know he's going to come in, my guy T-Money talking about the Phillies, the best team in baseball. Well, now Atlanta is without their best pitcher and without their best hitter. I think they're deep enough between Harris. I like Kellenic. I think the lineup's all right. I almost want to take the Nats here at plus 165. Braves are still not hitting all that great. This could be a weird year for Atlanta. As good as they've been, they're 30-20. You got some issues. You haven't hit in a month. You lose an MVP guy. You lose a Cy Young guy. I want to take the Nats. I've had Stop Gio's thing up here for the entire time. I'm sorry, Stop Gio. Phillies and San Fran. I know Michael B's going to be upset, but I'm not ready to back Blake Snell yet. Miami and San Diego. Trevor Rogers versus Michael King. I can't. No way. No way Michael King laying. I can't do it. Padres laying 175. You want to do a run line? You'll say, hey, it's the Marlins. How are you taking the Marlins? You can't do that. I get it. The Marlins are. What do we got a run line here? Run line is plus 120. The Marlins 9-16 on the road. I get it. How about the Padres 11-18 at home? 11-18. You're going to come out here and lay a 175 with a team under 500 at home? Rogers, 4 runs, 0 at Detroit, 5, 8 at Oakland, 3, 5 at Atlanta, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you know he's good for probably a 4 spot. I'm not interested. The Stros in Seattle. You know I'm a Framber guy. I like me some Framber. Coming off a horrendous game versus the Angels. 8 runs, 5 innings of work. 8 earned, 10 hits. Shelled. They're favored. Now, is that because Bryce Miller's on the hill? I mean, he hasn't been bad. The guy's 3-5. He's got a 3.5 ERA. What are we doing here? That's not bad. You know, you want to dig deep. He has a .97 whip. I might have to take Seattle here at home. The pen is out. Seattle, very well. Could be in the chat tomorrow morning for our midday money. Say hello to Brian's in the house. That's it. That was a complete rundown from my guy, Marcos, the old Marcos Minute. Michael B is in the house. Nick Candy says both started suspect went O's run line and -2.5. I just don't let you know. You come back from a long road trip, I just worry about teams. Horrible day other than the Mavs. Money line went 0-5. Wrong side of 2 bullpen collapses, and then the Panthers OT loser. Tough one, Michael. Tough. Michael said, I hate tomorrow's baseball card. Give me the Stars on the money line, plus 105. The Celtics -8 touchdown, 7.5. Pacers all saying 1-2-3 Cancun. Yeah, what is the 1-2-3 Cancun? Yeah, I think they're Game one hurt. You take that game, and I think even if Halliburton goes down, you show some fight. Show some fight. I know you're saying you hate the card tomorrow. Did you vote in the poll? Did you like the poll questions? Better yet, for everybody. See, I wasn't buying the line this season anyway, beyond showing stunters. How can you say you weren't going to buy them when... forget about Strider. Did you miss them the first week of the season when they're putting up like 10 runs a game, raking? That's tough. Like, I don't know about that. They have a very good lineup. And you know me, T-Money. I'm always like, yeah, I get more pitching. Now you lose Strider, who's a Cy Young guy, 20 win, 300 strikeout guy, rarity in today's day and age, 295 strikeouts, whatever it is. No more Kuna. Tough hill to climb. You need another pitcher. I think they'll make a move because the lineup is deep. And yet they still aren't hitting. They haven't hit in a month. So who knows? Maybe they could club bad pitching. Now, regular season doesn't matter, right? They can make the playoffs because they could just outslug teams. Lane's in the house. Late night, Higgs. What's up? Yeah, a little late night money. Sometimes, usually the Look Headline show strictly the NFL show, right? Although when we did start it 3 years ago, we really did late night money because we had conference tournaments the next day. So it was a lot of stuff to talk about. Then we slow down. Come on, let's be honest. There's 30 people watching, right? Nobody's watching. Nobody loves baseball. It's a playoff game here and there. I'll probably wrap up the late night show soon enough. I mean, I just jumped on tonight. I was going over the card, putting up some picks. But it's more of an NFL thing. Michael B. Why not touch snow with 10-foot pole? Bullpen is still beat up, not running. Back to Philly, going to Colorado. Well, that's the thing, right? It's like you don't do teams come out of Colorado always a bad look, right? You think of the bullpen's depleted, it's banged up. But if you look at how they played here, it wasn't really crazy like that. 5-2, 8-4, 3-2. What are they doing with the balls up there? What is going on with the balls? Those aren't crazy games. That's not, oh my goodness, the bullpen is falling apart. And I had mentioned Gomber at home. 2 runs Tampa. This is at home. 2 Arizona. 1 Padres. 4 against the Stros. 2 against Texas. Overall on the season, 1-0-2-0 for Houston, 1-3 at Philly, 2-2 and 4 opener in Arizona. He's not pitched bad. Like, he's not a guy, like I said, you want to run and take Xavier Curry? I mean, he's a lefty, number 1 Gomber. 111 whip is not bad. .93 whip his last 7. So you throw out the bad start of the season, and it improves. So, not bad. At home, look at this. 5. He's got a 3 ERA and a .9 and a 1.22 whip and a 2.29 batting average against. On the road a 2.13 and a 1 whip. I mean, the guy is solid. I'm not buying the. I can't do it. I can't say that this is, especially in the series they just came out of. It wasn't like a 13-9 games or craziness. T-Money. I'm not buying Seattle either. Well, we'll talk baseball. The Seattle team has the pitching. But again, it is the end of March. It's the end of May. And here they are, 28 and 26. Now they're in first place somehow. And the somehow is that the Astros didn't play for the first month. They looked terrible. Couldn't hit. Had no pitching. Pitching trying to get guys back. Texas hasn't hit at all. And they lost another pitcher. I mean, the Texas staff is a total hot mess. They need bats. The pitching is as good as any staff of baseball. You could argue, well, no, they're not. The record, I mean, it's there. It is a good staff. The bats, I mean, they're just absolutely terrible. I mean, they can't get any hits. And as I mentioned, look at the pitching staff for Texas. DeGrom, out, still forever. Tyler Mahle, supposed to be a starter. He's out till July. Evaldi, out. Scherzer, out. Gray is out. Urena, who I don't love, but he's a starter. He's out. Bradford, the youngster, he's out. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 starting pitchers. Your entire starting rotation is out. Then you throw in Young, the third baseman, who got hurt early. Is hurt in the lineup. Langford hasn't really hit, the youngster, but Seattle's that West. That's what I said the other day. Someone's like, "Oh, you take what was it?" Somebody said take the Phillies at 7-1. Why am I going to take a 7-1 shot when I could take any one of these three teams, Seattle, Houston, or Texas, at much longer odds? Because they're going to be in the playoffs. I mean, the pitching will get them there. I don't know. It's they need bats of Seattle. I like Rodriguez, but other than that, France. I mean, what am I going to do here with the lineup? How about Kyrie and the Cavs? How about Kyrie and the Cavs? Do you mean the Mavs? Kyrie and the Mavericks? Yeah, Donovan Mitchell's leaving. He's a big baby. So you know what though? What's this mean? Is he's going to your Lakers to maybe get the Lakers to the second round? Is that what you're hoping for? I love their blaming the coach. It's the coach's fault. This guy's hurt. The other guy's hurt. You know. Oh, these players. Lane says I scooped up Casey at plus 130 and ATL on a run line for tomorrow. Yeah, you got to take the big. Kansas City. They're just winning. What's there to say about the Royals? Today's spot, I told you about today's spot. I said that's a no-go. All right. I mean, forget about that game. How about the fact that the Dodgers, the Phillies, and the Yankees all lost? How did that crush people's hearts today? Team I said, Sean, the Braves are a good team. Are good, but teams can have down seasons. Look and watch the Braves. They don't look right. Yeah, well, they haven't been hitting. And I've said, T-Money, come on. You've been in here long enough. I said this. March, I said I'm worried about that pitching staff. Strider is a beast, and he's gone. Charlie Morton is 40. Chris Sale, as good as he looked, he's old, and he's an injury guy. And then what do you got? Ronaldo Lopez? We're really buying Lopez? Lopez, come on. And Buster not hitting right now. The bats will come along. I'm not worried about the line of hitting. It's the pitching. It's like everybody. It's the pitching. Well, you know how I feel about the Dodgers. This is not shocking to me here. That lineup of pitching staff. Like we said, I like the Phillies team too, but have you seen the way who they played? They've had a cupcake schedule. See what happens when they play some teams with winning records. Yeah, and again, here's a team. If we're talking about teams underachieving and not playing well, let's talk about the Phillies. I mean, you got a pitching staff here. Suarez has a 1.75 ERA. Okay. We're expecting that. Listen, I like Wheeler. Noel's having a huge season for a guy who's I thought they should trade him 2 years ago. I was like, I trade him. What are you doing here, Phillies? Um, Sanchez, 2-3. Again, forget the record. 3.15 ERA is good. Spencer Turnbull's been good for him. 2.68. I mean, guys have pitched well, but we've seen guys pitch well for half a season, and then the wheels come off because they're hitting in max innings and they're tiring out because it's not who they are. We got Suarez winning 23 games this year. What's he going? 23-3? Maybe he will. Like I said, like people are like, oh, the Yanks, look at the Yank. Listen, I'll say the same thing about that Yankee pitching staff. I like Louis Gill. Clark Schmidt, great. Young guys. See how they are in July and August. So I think we saw this with Cortez, remember? Oh, nasty Nestor. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, but that second half fell off a cliff. Big facts in the house. We said, Big Dog, any first 5 unders for tomorrow? First 5 unders. Honestly, I don't like any first 5 unders tomorrow. I'm going to say no. I mean, and we'll talk about them all. Boston, Baltimore. I can see either of these guys giving up a 3-run shot in the first inning. Casey and Minnesota have been so hot, even though they're not putting on a bunch of runs. No, thank you. That's a stay away. Toronto and Chicago, 2 trash teams. No, thank you. Justin Seals on the mound for the Cubbies. He hasn't pitched well. I could see Milwaukee hitting him. Cleveland, Colorado. I would say this would be an under for him. This would be the first 5 under, right? Because everybody's thinking Colorado's terrible. Total's 10.5 already. I ran down Gomber's numbers earlier, Big Facts. The guy's been solid at home. That would be, believe it or not, my favorite under. Mets and Dodgers probably be after that. St. Louis and Cincy I want nothing to do with. Natties and the Braves, no. Miami's a bad team. Philly San Fran under. I can't because Snell's going to give up runs. And Houston, how about Houston Seattle? I could do Houston Seattle under. The Wolves, everybody loved the Wolves today. Big Facts. I don't want to throw out Nature Boy. He said Yankees, Phillies, and Clark Schmidt K's. He loved it. Someone said St. Louis run line and Arizona run line today. Who is that? Is that a winner? St. Louis run line loser. Arizona loses outright. That was a loser from somebody. T-Money waiting on the race hit. So that's song says I come back home. She left with someone else. Well, yeah, I mean, here's the thing though with that. Like, you can't just slump the entire season. Right? T-Money, we see this. We see some batters get hot, right? I mean, not that you're a big hit prop. I'm not a hit prop guy. I like my Ruby props. But like everything, it's streaky. How were they putting up 10 runs a game for the first 2-3 weeks? They were crushing it. Then all of a sudden everybody stops hitting. How's that work? You know? You got guys hitting for one team. I mean, Toronto. Bichette is a 300-some lifetime hitter. He's hitting like whatever he's hitting. Not good. Here we go. He's hitting 247. 247. 306, 290, 298, 301, 311. Somehow Vladdy's up to 300. You know, I would be more leaning towards Atlanta hitting than their pitching to stay consistent. Wendell Markel. Michael B. Threw $10 on the Cubbies on the money line, down one run. Down one, runners on the corners, 2 outs, bottom 9. Worth a shot. But remember, you're seeing runners on the corners, 2 outs. They're putting that up. They already know that the ball's in play and it's a fly ball out or something. See, when I was saying Kyrie turned back the hands of time to his Cavs date. Oh, there you go. Kyrie's, man, he's good. He's, he's just a weird enigma kind of player. I don't know. Him and Luka against Boston, I'd be worried if I was Boston. Because that's the kind of dude that just be like, oh, remember I come in here and I stomped on the little leprechaun guy, center court. He's, he don't mind that. He doesn't mind getting into the crowd. Yeah, big facts of Dodgers. I'm not a Dodger guy. Michael B. Cubby, shake my head. I said here's the thing. So they lose again. That's what, 4 straight losses for the Cubbies now. 5 straight wins for St. Louis. Assad's solid. They haven't been hitting though. And you saw that. Guy pitched a good game. You lose 4-3. Where are the hits? It's about the hitting. If you're not hitting, not going to score runs you can't hit. Too much. The Yankees bullpen worries me. Only reason I've started the Yankees World Series talk. See, the bullpen worries you. I think that's the best part of the team. I mean, come on. I'd be more worried about the starters. I don't like this stuff. Doug, this guy. Yeah, Dodgers are due. Right, Doug. How do you not take the Dodgers tomorrow? Hopefully you're not homeless, Doug, because I know you probably took the Dodgers today. Doug McCocken. One of my colleagues, the Brewers first 5. Yes, against Steele. I'm a Steele guy, but he's still working his way back to you, babe, as they say. He's came off the injured list. 4 innings, 3 hits, 4 and 3. Look at these last 3 starts. 4 innings, 6 earned runs. 5 2/3, 4 earned, 5 runs. 6 innings, 5 earned runs. A 9-2 loss to the Braves who can't hit, apparently. I don't want him to jump on Steele. He's not right yet. He's still working his way back from his injury. Michael B, have a good night, Sean. I'm out of here. I should have rested on Sunday. That happens. You should rest any day you can. Mariners first 5 with the shirts. I like the under here. I think I'm talking myself into the under and Seattle as a whole tomorrow. Big facts. No work manana. Feels good. There you go. Rest up to sleep in. Yeah, he's out for the year. ACL. Celtics winning championship. I don't know about that. There's a lot of Celtic love. I'm not on that. Taking a lot of underdogs these days, especially against the Dodgers. Yeah, well, I've been saying that since March with them. This is a team people penciled in for like 105 wins. I'm like, hi, have you seen hitters 6 through 9 on their team and the pitching staff? Well, I'm glad people are waking up to the Dodgers not being a 110-win team. They are 33-22, and if you bet them, you are down about a dime on the year. Much better teams to bet on than taking the Dodgers as big faves every day. But people like to do that. Big facts. I got a guy coming here tell me who did he take? I got to look. I'm trying to think. I don't want to throw his name out there. T-Money knows who we're talking about here. Super stack team. Yeah. Where? Yeah. They got Betts, Ohtani, and Freeman. There you go. And then what? Will Smith? Gavin Lux, Teoscar Hernandez, Max Muncy hitting 205. Come on. People just they fall in love with big free agent signings. They think things are going to happen. And listen, this Dodger team could go 17-2. I'm not saying they can't go on a run. They're just not playing good now. They're not doing good. Not doing good. Mike Ferrera's in the house. Happy Memorial Day. Thoughts on Sox early game tomorrow? Here's the thing. It's Baltimore because they're on a nice 4-game win streak, right? That's take the team they're winning. The line's come down now. So 155. It's come down 15 cents. It's 145 now. It's actually 157 now. As I see 144. Actually, let's get a total up to the second one because this was a hasn't moved. 150s. 155. I see a 150. So hasn't moved too much here on the live. I do a run line here because I could see them losing. They're coming home, what? 7-8 game road trip. Early game. It's a run line or nothing, Mike. If I'm losing with the O's tomorrow, it's a run line. T-Money. Hello to the big fave bets. We got crushed today, I notice. And that's not, and they win sometimes. I get it. I said I can't, people watching, if I came in here, no one came in or for the first time, like, oh, I wonder who this guy's got. Looks like he says he's doing this, whatever. And I tell you, take the Braves -2. And here we go. Nice, easy parlay tomorrow. Take Toronto and Atlanta in a parlay. I mean, both $2 fades. No, I'm not going to tell you that. I'll tell you to take the White Sox and the Nats before I tell you to take those two teams. Marlins, Nats, and the White Sox. 3-team round robin for your life, you know? How do you take $2 public teams? People love them, big facts. I can't. And just because I don't play them, and I've said this before, we've been here before, big facts. Sometimes I like to overthink. Like I'm too cool for you. I'm going to do a run line minus. Instead of laying 140, I'll do a run line, or lay 30. I try to, instead of laying the 130, I'm going to be fancy with a run line. And I lose, and I got to adjust thinking like it's okay to take faves. Like you can't just always dog it up. I got to swallow a 145 every once in a while. Big facts. Don't bet everything you see. No. Hey, good luck with that, big facts. I was trying to explain in here with the picks, like people just want, you buy like a basketball package for me and, you don't have a game today. Well, just because there's a game, it doesn't mean you got to bet it. That's number one for anything, big facts. Right? People just want to bet every single game. Oh, early game tomorrow, right? We just saw here. Mike F. Well, early game tomorrow, 1 o'clock game, first game on board. It's a Friday. Cubbies are playing 2 o'clock. Who we got today? I don't know, man. I used to go to AC all the time when I was younger. It's like, oh, go to have fun. Have fun. I'm going to AC that fun, man. I'm going to work. I'm trying to win some money on dice or blackjack or something like that. Betting's the same way. You just don't bet it because it's a day game on Tuesday. Or it's the last game of the night you guys aren't old enough for Thursday night ESPN games, and WAC was San Jose was playing at midnight on ESPN2 back in '95. Degenerate betting. Come on. Do you want to win? You having fun? You have fun, or you want to make money? I don't get it. Doug. Kyrie is 14-0 in clinching opportunities. I think the man sweep. He's good. Kyrie's a good player. I don't know if Big Facts is laughing at what I'm saying, or is he laughing at the guy's name above him, Doug? It's a rush of betting every game. I can't. Patriots. Yeah. Good luck with the Patriots. T-Mike says, tomorrow we're sitting waiting on a plus 260. Tomorrow I'm throwing down a 13-1 parlay and a 37-1 minus 145. I can't do it. 37-1. There you go. Big Facts Mixed Football. Hall of Fame game. Texas, Bears coming up. August. What day is that? Mike says, Dodgers, Mets. Dodgers come off 3-game sweep, lose all games to Reds. Do we think the Mets win this game? It's not just a 3-game sweep for the Dodgers, Mike. They've lost 5 in a row. 5 in a row. People were coming in the chat thinking the Dodgers are free money today. Now, the Mets broke their streak today. They were on a little slide. But we're not, I like Gavin Stone. He's not pitched terribly. So now I'm not going to tell you to lay 155. That's not going to happen. That won't happen. You want to do a Dodger run line? See, plus 110, plus 115s. I could do that. Stone gave up 4 his last start. Before that, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2. So I'll chalk that up to facing an opponent in Arizona who he sees. His first 2 games. What's it say here? 3 runs versus Arizona, 5 runs versus the Cubbies on the road. So he had 2 bad starts. Actually, 5 runs, 5 innings, 3 hits, or 7 hits, 3 runs. Not terrible for his first start season. I get it. Then the 5 to the Cubbies, 2 Padres, 2 to the Mets, 1 Toronto, 1 Atlanta, 1 Miami, 1 San Fran, and then last game. For me, this would be a run line. I'd say, you know what? I could get a plus 120, 125. Dodgers, I'm not for taking teams on losing streaks. I don't want to lay 150. But is taking a Mets plus 125 worth it? Because I don't think the Mets are good. I'd rather do Dodgers run line than Mets money line. That's just me. Captain Bryson asks, good day, Eggs. Been watching from the beginning of the show. Captain Bryce popping in live. I usually get Captain Bryson comments after the fact. Laughing at the 1 o'clock game. It's, listen, it's Monday, holiday. You got a couple early games, a couple 4 o'clock games. You got 2 teams off. The Yankees are off tomorrow. Tuesday versus the Angels. Pirates versus the Tigers on Tuesday. Weird how you're not getting everybody playing on a holiday, but that's baseball, Susan. That's what guy John Sterling used to say. All right. I'll be back for midday money tomorrow. I was going to do an after. You know what? We'll do midday money. And then maybe at around 4, we do have a couple 4. What happened? We got 5 games at 4 o'clock. We have quite a few 4 o'clock games. Maybe I do a little live show on the Sean Higgs YouTube, and we'll crack open a box of 89 Fleer or something. What you do this weekend? What I do? I won. I won baseball. That's what I did this weekend. That's about it. DJ's coming back Tuesday in Anaheim. Wonder where he hits in the lineup. Who, DJ Mattel? For the Yanks? Where? Put him at the bottom of the order. I mean, the guy hasn't been good in ages. Here's a guy who you thought when the Yanks signed was like a borderline Hall of Famer coming to the Yanks, right? I mean, look at these numbers, right? 250, 297, full seasons. Here we go. 267, 301, 348, 310, 276, 327 its first year, 364 for the Yanks, 2020, 268, 261, 243. Typical. Guys come to the Yanks and just forget how they're 300 hitters. This has been going on forever. I mean, this is since the 90s. I mean, Danny Tartabull, that's going to be the start of it. Winfield performed here. Ricky Henderson performed here. Napoleon was a guy who overperformed here. Giambi came here, wet the bed. Blanc. I mean, that's ridiculous. Look at these numbers. Terrible. Terrible. 327 his first year here. 364, and then nothing. Can't even hit 260. Trashola. DJ LeMahieu. Yeah. No, put him at the bottom of the order. The rest of the trash. Stop Joe says Dodgers -1 is -122, leaning towards that. Yeah, you heard my little spiel here on the Dodgers. Red Sox money line. I don't hate that simply because you have a team coming back from what? An 8-game road trip. Now they're home, big fave. But on the flip side, you got them. Orioles have won 4 in a row. All right, they're actually not in first place anymore, but 17-10 at home, taking care of business. Shockingly, the Sox 11-15 at home, 16-11 on the road. So under Braves all the time. Acuna's done for the season. But the Braves under, we've been talking about that for a month now. He's out. Terrible. Carl Towns is a disgrace. He should be traded, says Doug. Okay, but I don't know how you don't take the Royals for the value. Royals are 7-1 last 8 starts. No, I got it right. You weren't here earlier. I said you got to take the Royals. And I think I said that today even before they played Tampa Bay. I was like, I kind of almost want them to lose here against Tampa because I want a little extra money versus Minnesota on the road. Right. Marsh has been really good. And I like Joe Ryan. I'm a Joe Ryan fan. I like him. But the Twins aren't. The team should be laying a big number. Big fact. Sigs, come down to Boston for a free drink of food on me. Oh, my. Boston. I can't go to Boston, bro. That's a enemy territory. Boston. Yankee guy. Can't go to Boston. What not do? I don't even eat New England clam chowder. I've stopped. After they ruined my wedding coming back from a 3-0 deficit. I had to smash my Red Sox ice sculpture. You know what? Maybe after maybe I finish the show, I'm going to go through my wedding album and I'm going to pull out my Yankee ice sculpture that I had to destroy after they fumbled the 3-0 lead. All right, midday mine tomorrow. I'll see you at noon. Hit the like buttons. Good night.